This episode not brought to you by Coca-Cola. Welcome back for another show, everybody. I promise there's no advertising. I can pretty much promise we'll never have advertising, thanks to our patrons.
63, climb maintain 13,000. 13,000, 63. 63, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28 for Agent Blue 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
Welcome back. So, episode 52, we've made it officially. If we had never missed a week, and we did for travel and holidays, if we had never missed a week, we would have done an entire year continuous. And that's kind of amazing. And that's the BART. And I'm going to close my windows and cut right here.
Hold on, think about it. Think about it. We've already crossed the year mark. Now we are at the year of weekly episodes, but we missed some. So technically early January, that's when we crossed the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Right on the year. You're right. Yeah. It's been an amazing road though, man. It really has. Did you think we would make it?
I did.
Sparky did.
I totally did.
Sparky knows how busy shit can get. He didn't think. I know. And there was a part of me that didn't think that we would make it either.
Do you know what? I'm quite surprised that I think I've been on every episode.
You have?
I don't think
Dude,
I've had a day off.
I'm going to review and then we'll award you a perfect attendance award. Just like
To be fair, we tried to record a few episodes when you weren't there, but they never aired, so we had to remake those.
That's true.
They had to remake them because it ain't the same without the sparkles.
Gotta have the sparkles. Gotta have the sparkles.
And
Let's kick off.
as well, because all the weekends that I'm not there, and I'm telling everyone I'm not gonna be there for the show this weekend. Edson finds a miracle reason why we have to postpone the show.
No, there's no special reason. A miracle happens and the show gets postponed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course.
So let's start off with something positive this week. Everybody share something positive that happened this week.
Go Sparky.
I got in an argument with a guy at work.
Okay, I'm ready for the twist.
But there's a positive note.
Okay.
You see, because I was doing my job, and he was trying to do my job, and I said, "Look, man," look, let me do what I do, and you go and do what you do. Don't interfere. And I was disrespecting him, apparently. You're disrespecting me, man. I'm trying to help you out. And I said, look, I don't need your help. I'm doing my job. You go and do your job. I'm not coming over and interfering with your job. So don't come and, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the positive note is the manager overheard this and he got bollocking.
No shit.
It was just like, because he was all over my face, shouting, "You're disrespecting me," all this crap. And I was just
Holy
being
moly.
nice and calm and just say, "Look, man, just go and do your job. Leave me to do mine." I was all nice and calm on the manager just went, "You office." The positive note is, don't try and do somebody else's job.
Or Sparky will get you.
That works, yeah.
That's a positive. That's a good positive.
It's incredibly satisfying when that happens.
Yeah.
Really, really satisfying.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right,
so
Kevin.
Positive thing this week, I guess, Chase plane didn't crash, so all is good in my world.
All is good in your world, bro.
How's the contrails coming along?
Actually, contrails are coming along very nicely. The only thing is that we're working on the infrastructure to actually distribute the product, and that's what's taking a lot of time because we're building ahead with X-Plane and P3 and all the futures platforms in mind. So we're rewriting VFX Central entirely, and that will take up probably more time than doing the actual immersion packs for the 7.4 and the 7.17. But this week was very calm, and I had the chance to breathe a little bit, so that's all very good for me.
Good.
That is good.
How about you, Mr. Edson?
I got a little extra in my paycheck. And I don't know if I have to thank Mr. Trump for that or what, but I think that these new tax laws worked out in my favor. No, like the new tax laws, I guess, kicked in and I saw a little extra in my paycheck, and I'm happy about that because that helps right now. So
Don't worry. It's the US government. They'll find a way of taking it.
you know what though? That's my fear. That's my fear. Now I'm not deep into finances, but perhaps somebody that watches the show is. My fear is, oh, here's a little more now. But at the end of the year, if I don't somehow adjust my withholdings or something, that somehow I'm going to end up seeing less too, or that I'm actually going to end up owing. That's my fear. So I do need to look into it because something tells me don't be too damn happy. But for today, I'm happy. Let's get started. Our popular contributors this week, these are all the folks that brought us these wonderful stories that we discuss here on Approach. Without their contributions, we've got nothing to talk about. In the number 1 slot this week, Angeli662. Welcome, sir, to the number 1 spot once again. Mr. Gibbon taking the number 2 spot, very close behind. Who knows, with the stories we have in here, and the sci-fis we give out live, that may change by the end of the show. I don't know. Mr. Beach08 and H taking the number 3 spot. Darren Vox, welcome to the board, climbing up to number 4 right away. Tomcat UK, Ivana Fly continues to fall in the number 6 slot. Alpha India Romeo, Wing Rider, also a new name on the board. Papa G, and last but not least, Rob Skip. Thank you. Keep them coming. Hit up the skylounge.tv and submit your topics for next week. Top story this week brought to us by Ivana Fly, YRC Refuge Cove Seaplane Base. A new ORBX freeware coming soon. This is Refuge Cove. Makes me happy because we have some really nice float planes now from Milviz, from Just Flight.
We don't hit up float plane bases enough.
We don't. We need to do more. It sounds like in addition to Refuge Cove, a number of other locations are modeled as well, including some that serve as pickup and drop-off locations for Kenmore Air. That is exciting. And some Easter eggs too.
I like Easter eggs.
I like Easter eggs. Let's look at a couple of screenshots. There are a lot of screenshots for this, but let's have a quick browse here. That is quite the cove. That is very busy.
Cluttered, I'd say.
Yeah, it's good.
It's cool.
Like that kind of place. Yeah.
It's unique. I'm pretty sure they're making moonshine on this barge here. Right there is moonshine.
I mean, visit with Sparky's yacht.
Oh, ships.
Wonder if shipping routes or ferry routes are actually included in the sceneries, because we do have lots of shipping now in Sim.
Looks like a little store off in the distance too. That's nice. I wonder if they sell gold nuggets.
Nice.
They sell pans.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of place you'd see where you come in with a boat and hang around and have a little beer or something, and then you just leave for the next destination.
I love seeing the Kenmore airplanes because I've always wanted a reason to fly that livery. This is going to make for a nice group flying, Sparky.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, this is the sort of place I see Branding Iron walking. I imagine Branding Iron walking along with his rods.
Yeah, definitely
going out, getting his little rowing boat to go out fishing and catching nothing apart from maybe a shopping trolley and a boot.
How do you guys dock your plane to the edge of the thing? How do you call those?
The what?
I know the word in French, but I don't know in English. A dock. Yeah.
A dock. Yeah, a dock.
It's a dock. Yeah. Why is there a wakeboard there though? There's, you're not going to get surf there, are you?
Well, probably paddleboarding. Like they stand on it. Yeah, they stand on them and use a paddle and.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the detail in this modeling, dude. Garmin. It's like a photograph. This is beautiful. More of the store. Lots of junk. I love that.
Yeah, as I say, it looks very cluttered. It looks right because you would have lots of crap on the dock and bits and pieces and tarpaulins over things and stuff. So.
Look, they gave the hanging flower arrangements the ORBX tree treatment. That's awesome. There you go.
Showers
Tackle.
and laundry.
Tackle. You see that?
I like that. Toilet, showers, and laundry because you come back stinking. So go get a shower and do your washing, man.
And to Kevin's point, liquor store.
Yeah. I wish we can walk up those paths with the avatar.
Ooh, yeah.
The walk around mode. That'd be great.
Without falling through into the scenery.
Yeah. My guess is that this scenery was sort of a test for maybe a new crew member or something, new developer, for practicing reasons. That's my guess.
Why is that? Because of the level of detail? You feel like it's kind of like I'm showing off. I'm gonna make this amazing.
I think like if you look at the pillars under the building, they're like pictures and plastered. So this part here is 3D. But if you go a couple pictures back, when you see the side of the building, you see that it's just a flat texture.
So what you're saying?
Here.
Yeah. So the guys at ORBX have brought this guy on board and they said, "Show us what you can do."
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it's a possibility because the quality of the scenery is not as high as a payware from ORBX.
You don't think so?
Some areas I don't.
I think this is I beg to differ, and I think that this is just a different approach. When have we seen this type of a rock cliff? Look, he included all the cables that run up into the holes that feed up all the homes. This is neat that it's photoreal.
Yeah, it's photoreal, but at the same time, it could have been 3D. You know, it could have been a bit more.
Is this a fictional cove or does it actually exist? And what does
I
it
believe
look
it
like?
exists.
Does it look like?
Yeah, I believe this exists. Do you want to see?
There are definitely details in there.
Do we go and visit this cove right now?
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so here we are in Google Earth, which is actually more detailed than Kevin expected and less detailed than I expected. But it looks like that line is right here too. Look, everything above here is just like we won't bother to give high detail there. But oddly enough here it does get a little bit more high detail, but still not the possibility of being on the ground. But we can see it is cluttered in real life as well.
Yeah, a lot of boats, a lot of ships.
A lot of stuff. Let's look at some photography of the store itself.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty accurate.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
I wonder if that's modeled.
Laundry room. But that sign.
That's
and
actually
everything's there.
wild. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
And the hanging flower baskets.
Hanging flowers. Yeah.
I bet you they use that as a
There's
reference.
that manky looking roof. That's they've done. Somebody's done some research.
So I think I remember reading in the announcement that there's a very personal touch to this, that the developer actually has a connection in his past to this cove. So I think that we're gonna see something very, very personal out of this freeware, and that's cool because it'll help with kind of giving you that immersive experience. As we see, it is as cluttered as it looks to be in the scenery.
Yeah.
And that's actually very exciting. That's very exciting.
Look at the plane on the board.
I actually really like that. I like that. Wow.
Good. Yeah, I like
That's
that.
a cool spot, man. Oh, and look out. Oh, yeah. All right, let's have a peek. There's Squirrel Cove, so that's also going to be modeled. Oh, wow. There's going to be some good float flying here. Oh, wow. I still don't know where we're at, do you?
Yeah, Alaska, top west.
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Vancouver. So yeah, go up to Vancouver. You've got Squirmish up there as well, which is one of my favorite places to go.
Very close as well.
I like this. We can take flights out of Seattle. We can take flights out of Friday Harbor.
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Bellingham. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a beautiful location to fly. Vancouver Island. We actually did some flying here recently. I remember spinning out over Vancouver Island. Exciting, 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 exciting. And freeware. Berlin Brandenburg Professional. This one brought to us also by Ivanafly. Looks simply fantastic in V4. A preliminary feature list and screenshots. We're not going to go through the text. We're going straight to the photos. Let's have a peek. Oh, beautiful. Man. Lime Sim and 29 Palms scenery design. You cannot go wrong with this.
Look how much tarmac you've got on that ramp.
Yeah.
I love the way they
It's
took
a
the
lot of
pictures.
concrete.
I like the way they took the pictures with the cloud shadows. This is a developer that knows how to take screenshots.
Mm-hmm. Look at that jetway. That looks like a very real jetway. Oh yeah.
Just as much as this looks like a real tower.
Sure does.
It seems like they fitted like a Kleenex box under the tower or something. Or shoe box.
It's like we need a little more height. We can't see the end of the runway. Prop it up a bit.
They could have just put that on the next level down, but they need somewhere to make coffee.
Yeah.
That's the
The
kitchen.
rest area.
Oh, we got balls.
Wow.
Wow.
They flew off in the storm. They got stuck. They left it there.
I wonder if those illuminate. You think,
I wonder
or
if
is just
those
art?
windows are transparent.
Oh my.
Oh, we got snow.
That's nice.
And it's snow accumulations as well. That's not
Oh
very common.
man, look at this complex.
Looks
All
like
the
a
way out here.
shopping in
These are
Sim.
shopping outlets.
Yeah,
It's a big footprint, isn't it, for an airport?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can go shopping in Sim. That's cool.
I'm in.
Good job. Yeah,
Brandenburg,
absolutely.
another German airport.
I'm in. Definitely, I'm in.
We know
I
you're all
don't
about
fly out
29
there,
Palms,
but, yeah.
Edson.
So if I'm not mistaken, Aerosoft already had a Brandenburg before. This is simply the up to V4 update. And this this Brandenburg airport was a replacement for I'll never remember. And they have the other one available as well as a scenery. So you can have the historic airport and you can have this newer one. Basically in the same general area. It's pretty cool. Now onto some hardware. This is the Gametrix KW908 JetSeat Turbojet, brought to us by Angeli662. So this has been the talk of the town lately. Butt kickers, custom seats. I mean, we've had lots of posts lately with the hardware tag. Well, how do you guys feel about stuff like this?
Rubbish.
What is it?
It's all gimmicks, gimmicky rubbish.
Fill me
So
in.
it's a seat. Well, a seat cover? No, it's a seat sleeve.
Looks like a
No,
cover.
yeah, like a seat cover, a seat insert. No, it's not an insert. It's a you put it on your seat. Yeah. And it has small little motors in it, basically, to give you vibrations. They're vibration pads. So kind of like a massage chair, but it's linked to your sim or, racing sim, flight sim, etc.
For the price it costs, I don't expect much
I think
from
it's
it.
a gimmick, personally. I don't want my chair rattling and vibrating and me. No. It would be too weird, man. It would be too weird. I couldn't do it. But kickers and stuff like that, unless you've got a full motion sim, they're not worth it.
Nah, I'm not in that opinion. It could work. It could definitely work. But at that price,
A little
I don't
rumble.
know what to expect.
A little rumble, a little flat movement vibration, a touch of that gear locking in under you. I don't see this being too bad. And at 169, that's not a bad price either.
There's more than motion. There's vibrations.
Right.
Those are two different things. And I think for vibrations and some little motion, that would sell a lot. But again, at that price, I don't know what to expect. It seems to have a lot of good ratings, but I cannot trust ratings on manufacturer's website. We'd have to see on Amazon or somewhere else if it's really worth it. I don't know anyone who tried it.
Kevin, you're building a full motion sim at the moment with your helicopter, and you probably read up a lot on this. And from what I understand, is to trick the brain into think that you are either descending or climbing is only a 5 degree of motion. Is that correct?
About that, yeah. About
So
that.
you don't need to move a lot to trick your brain into think you're going forward.
Yeah, but again, motion and vibrations are two different things.
Yeah, I
That's
see what you're saying.
vibration.
Imagine in that full motion sim that you also have had one of these not placed on a seat, but imagine that you had it actually placed in the seat and put a nice cover over that. This could bring a different feel to that altogether of realism, right? Because you would actually get like a vibration where the entire unit isn't necessarily moving, but this is actually rumbling, your back, you're feeling it. Jiggling the fat a little bit.
Yeah, so
I don't know. It's not for me though. I don't think.
where we have the 737 at Aerosoft in Montreal, in Laval to be exact, we have a butt kicker under the captain seat. The entire platform is not motion, but just having this little vibration that goes into it sells it a little more.
Yeah.
Just because you feel the engines.
I think it's pretty cool. I don't know that it would really apply to me on my kind of seat. Like I've got a very tall back and I have a mesh back as well. So it would look really weird to put something like, it looked like an alien is trying to do bad things to me and say, sit on my lap. So I probably, personally, it's not for me from kind of the visual aspect. I'd probably be a tiny bit embarrassed if people
each
came
of
to the
those
house
segments-
and that's sitting in my seat, like I'd be
Are each
like,
of
what
those
is that?
segments a different vibration spot?
No, I wouldn't say every single one. I mean, obviously some of this is just design, but probably these bigger ones that you see, you can assume these two big side ones. You can assume there's one built in here for lower back. Definitely not in these triangle ones. These pads, definitely in these pads. And then maybe something up front under the thighs. Maybe. But it could not be under the thighs. It could just be these back ones, kind of,
Yeah.
Not bad for a little thump, Not bad. So
Movies, maybe it's good.
we're not gonna get anything out of watching his video, but I can tell you right now that looks weird in his seat.
He's got the same sort of seat as you with the mesh back.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go off of that, right? Like we're not gonna feel anything looking at this video. But now it does also have a massage mode, if I'm not mistaken. So, and that's all I see when I look at this. That's all I see.
Chair.
It's a massage chair. And now, onto something a little more trick. This one also posted by Angeli. This is the Gecko Systems motion chair. Having a peek at the video, there again, you know, we're not really gonna get much of a feel for it, but in this case, we can actually see motion. This chair fucking moves, and that looks good.
There are a few things, right?
Tell me.
From what I'm seeing in the video, I don't know what the camera is mounted to, either the chair or the desk, but they both seem to be separate. And that's an issue for me, because if the seat is moving, then your throttles are getting away from you when it's moving, right? Part of the thing that sells it is the fact that the motion of the controllers move at the same time. They do vibrate and all that stuff. The first thing I'd do if I had to put some vibrations on something would be on the controls, because that's where you feel the airplane. So that's something that I'm seeing. I don't know how much that costs, but I would put the entire thing on a rig.
So mount some brackets off the side of the chair so also the controls move. Yeah,
If that works.
do
That's
that.
good.
I really like that movement though. I really like
that's
that
it.
movement.
If you had VR on, that could quite possibly trick your brain into thinking that you are actually flying.
Yeah, most likely. I don't think that's it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh
Big
yeah.
ass chair.
I really like this.
It's not big. It's
That's a
just
big
beefy.
chair.
That's not a big chair. It's not for a motion anything.
No,
This
no,
is
but
probably
I'm
the
just saying,
smallest
yeah.
footprint I've seen on anything that has motion.
Tell you what, regardless of the seat, I want his displays. Projectors.
Projectors, yeah.
Looking at those arms, I'm thinking you
Sick.
could probably mount a tray to that or something to mount your sticks onto.
Yeah, you would need to know what's under those covers. You're right, though.
you don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seatbelts? Yeah, dude. Yes. Harness belts. Dude, I like this.
It looks well made.
It does.
Looks comfy actually.
Dude, look, full harness. Dude, yes. Okay, now I'm excited.
There seems to be a lack of headrest, though, and that's an issue for me.
No. And the other one, didn't it have a headrest?
I don't remember.
Maybe the
It
headrests
doesn't
are
seem to
optional.
be. Yeah.
Oh, no, this is not a headrest. This is the back upper. Yeah, maybe headrest is optional. Let's, No, you're right. They are all, it's a low back, no headrest solution. Which, honestly though, like, wouldn't that just kind of sort of add to it because your head is free to move without smacking anything? It's, what I liked about that video is when he's shaking, like his neck is kind of flopping around and it kind of sells the motion.
Yeah, but at the same time, I tried some motion simulators, and most of them have racing seats in them. Like the full racing thing that goes above your head. It's like completely engulfing you into it.
True,
And
but
there's a feel to it.
there is, but let's be real. What plane has a racing seat in it? Hardly anything.
Right.
Any Cessna you're in is going to be a low back. You know, the older Bonanzas that are flying around, also low, no headrest at all. A helicopter is going to be a pretty boxy tub that you sit into. There kind of no I mean, unless you're flying an SR-22, right? Like something completely up to date and new, you don't have that full type of seat. This fits pretty well. Or an airliner, obviously. The commercial airliners, they have, you know, a high back headrest. Dude, I like this.
So let's get to the meat of it. It's an how much?
Probably too much for me, but I like it. Now, what is this though? Hold on. There's a foot version. But hold on. Does this have motion too? No. Yes?
It could have motion, yeah. It's a pivot point.
Oh, this is interesting. Let's get to the meat of it. Let's look at how much.
Maybe not though.
Any guesses?
I'm gonna reckon about $5,000.
I bet you there's no price there.
If you had to guess, what would you pay?
What would I pay? I'd like it free.
What would you pay, Kevin?
I'd say.
What would this be worth to you?
I'd say maybe 3,000, because if you go above that, just the price goes up pretty drastically, and the quality of the motion probably improves as well. Yeah, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 max.
So I was reading some of the print here. This chair with the legs also has motion. That's insane.
Nice.
I'm impressed. Let's go and look at some pricing.
Oh, there are some pricing.
Holy moly!
That's very fair.
$2,000.
That's very fair.
Just under $2,000.
That's not bad.
Dang.
Good. Well, shipping. How much is shipping though?
Other countries, including VAT. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing on shipping, but
If you're paying $2,000, they can pay the shipping, man.
Yeah,
so you have the
$100.
version with foot, which is going to be for my type of setup, right? Because I would use it as a normal chair too. And then you have the cockpit. They call it the cockpit version without the feet. So that one sits on the ground low. Wow.
Very expensive for what it is. I'm actually surprised.
Now, if only I could get another bonus, and this time use it on something I can see. 30-day money-back guarantee, 50% deposit up front. This is insane. I love it. MK Studios update, Lisbon progress, and new airport announced. This one brought to us by Mr. Gibbon. Developer MK Studios has today provided a large update on their upcoming projects. Let's head over to the fan page. Time for a little update on our projects. Number 1, Lisbon. Working hard on the airport. Ground polygons are over 50% done. Release time, summer 2018. Lanzarote. As some of you know, we continue to work on the Canary Islands. These are developed by a different team of us. Another airport done by us will be Lanzarote. What you can see in the shots, high resolution mesh, blah blah blah. Release time spring 2018. So that's going to be sooner. Tenerife 1.02 update is inbound. Fuerteventura 1.1 update looks like that's coming soon. And the new one, Mega Airport Rome Professional, V4 only. We're working on agreement with Aerosoft to start our work on Rome. The airport ground layout and textures will be updated. We'll also add a new terminal, improved dynamic lighting, and runway lights. More features may be added. The list is not closed. This add-on is developed by us for Aerosoft. That's awesome.
Nice.
So
that's good.
Rome already exists. Like, it's already a product, right? Do any of you know off the top of your head if it was originally developed by them, or is this a case where they're coming in and they're going to completely refresh the product?
Yeah, I do. I think this is basically they're just going to update it to the professional.
Because this is a fairly new studio, but I believe that the developer on the team had done prior work under perhaps a different name. I could
Maybe
be
under license
confused.
from
but
Aerosoft.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. If anyone knows, obviously, please comment down below and let us know. 'Cause I'm very curious.
I'm sure Mr. B would know if he was here.
Sparky, you'll be happy to know everybody's yelling about Sode Jetways, and they have confirmed, as usual, Sode Jetways present.
Nice.
Presente.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm not a Sode guy. I mean, it crashes occasionally, and it does mess up occasionally. But I'd rather have that than none that, you know, just don't work at all, just static.
Yeah. Some nice modeling work, a lot of detail. Obviously very, very, very clean right now. But gives us a good idea of what's coming. Airfoil Labs C172 SP for XP11. This one brought to us by Cobus Van Wyk. Now this is an update to the original release. However, we never got a chance to look at it, and with the popularity of X-Plane continuing to increase, it might be a good opportunity to revisit a really nice aircraft. Again, like I said earlier, this really does remind me of that A2A level of quality, and forgive me if this goes way beyond that. I'm only looking at the number of panels open here with realism options. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Sparky, do you own anything by them?
I don't own anything but from Airfoil. I did really consider getting there. They do a King Air, which is along these sort of lines as well, with, you know, customizable to hell and back. And I have looked at it, and they, by all sense and means, they make some pretty good aircraft.
Full pre-flight checklist. Oh, is that a bird strike?
Bird strike.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, that dash looks nice.
I just wish they wouldn't model people.
A lot of people, passengers as well.
Part of me would have wished for that aircraft to, well, for any developer really, to develop an older, beaten up version of the 172. Because the one I learned on was the K variant, which was like in the end of the 1960s. And I wish I could be able to fly that airplane that I learned on in the sim. And it's an old plane.
What are you saying?
Holy moly.
Oh no, it's broken down.
Damn.
Are you saying these look too new? They look too new and crisp and clean.
Those are the SP variants, and I'm trying to find out what the SP variant, what year it was built. But it's definitely a newer version.
Yeah, it looks like they all have the wheel fairings and stuff like that.
I think Edson would just break it down all the time and
Yep.
tinker around the hood, wouldn't you? You'd be like Bob.
This is awesome. $34.95. Not a bad price to pay for an for an airplane. That looks like it's gonna give you a whole lot of immersion.
Yeah.
This next one brought to us by Mr. Beach 08NH. Airline sparks outrage after scantily clad models put on a show. I'm gonna give a word of warning now. As you saw at the top of the show, we are not necessarily kid friendly. Therefore, if you have any in the room, or if you are one, at this time, please make your way to the nearest exit.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Models dressed in scantily clad clothing put on an in-flight performance for Vietnam's under-23 soccer team on Sunday. Let's go to the source.
Excellent.
So,
Oh my god.
a low-budget Vietnamese airline with a gorgeous livery, by the way, I do like this, was fined on Tuesday by aviation officials after scantily clad models put on a sexy show for the country's soccer team. Pictures of the players with the models went viral online, drawing widespread scrutiny from social media users. Who let these escaped chimpanzees on the plane? Welcome home, the under-23 team, someone wrote on Facebook.
Oh my god.
The Vietnamese airline has been in hot water before for making flight attendants wear sexy clothing during a flight and for risque advertising. The airline's president, Nguyen Tai Phong Tao, who is also the country's first female billionaire, apologized in a statement on the company's Facebook page and wrote that the show was unplanned. This was an improvised performance by the logistics team that was not part of the company's program. Let's get to the video.
To be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, they're kids. They're under 21.
Under 21? Calm down, Sparks. They're under 23.
Okay, 23. Nothing wrong with it, man. Good God, it's like going to Vegas, man. It's just what happens on the plane stays on the plane.
I believe that we covered a story not too long ago about that, and they both got kicked off the plane for what was happening on the plane.
No, I don't.
Hey, look, they're not objecting, are they? They're loving it.
There's a difference in culture.
Except this guy right here.
This guy's asleep here.
He's asleep.
He doesn't give a shit.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I believe it's a culture thing.
Yeah.
More than an appropriate thing. It would have happened in the US and no one would have cared.
Well, no. I mean, we had a Hooters airline at one point, didn't we? We have Hooters restaurants everywhere and no one cares, right? Like, I mean, yeah. I think it would have flown in the US, pun intended. Here's another guy that simply doesn't give a shit. Look at him. Look at him, bro. He's not even turning back.
His missus is next to him. He knows if he looks any direction other than forward, he's going to get a smack.
No, he's married. That's why. You can spot them.
Do you guys know what the hell is going on with this red dot on them? Look.
No.
Is it like the camera that's filming is recognizing something, or that is weird?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say this is a party. This is definitely more like an in-flight fashion show.
Yeah.
Now, the captain's hat was a very, very nice touch, I must say. It was a very, very, very nice touch. Now, was that the real captain's hat?
No.
Perhaps there was a show up front too.
Maybe there was.
Well, I'm telling you, regardless, it's a marketing stunt that worked.
Boy.
And it worked, right? Yeah. This went viral, worldwide. The New York Post is reporting on it. Fox News is reporting on it.
How many companies out there have gone, look, we're going to get fined, but we're going to make more out of the advertising than the fine. Roll with it. We'll take the hit.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, it's all about reach, right?
It is.
And that didn't cost them anything other than the fine. And I guess the fine is less expensive than the coverage, the cost of that coverage.
Yeah, well,
otherwise would have been paid. So
I guess it's decided then. The next show, episode 53, will be filmed by 3 scantily clad models sitting here in these very chairs. We'll work it out. It's not a problem. Good publicity, bad publicity, doesn't matter. It's all good publicity.
We'll take the hit from YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah. Demonetized? We're not monetizing it anyway.
A last minute submission that came in just as we were setting up the show notes. This one brought to us by Angeli662, ImagineSim LaGuardia P3D V4 update. Some exclusive shots over at Air Daily X. Let's scroll down to the source.
I've just picked up LaGuardia by Davitsky.
Davitsky design, yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Very recently, me as well. But
Very, very nice.
the LaGuardia that I have isn't the new LaGuardia.
Right. Oh, the one. Yeah, it is. It's the new
Is
one.
it?
Yeah, the one from
Yeah, it
Davitsky.
is.
Yes, it is. It's the new one.
I didn't see the crazy terminal. Maybe I loaded
missed
at the
out.
wrong airport or something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, true, very true.
Terminal area feels a bit dead from the first pictures that I saw. I don't know if we have other pictures.
Well, this is obviously super early. You don't have any traffic. You don't have any bells and whistles. It looks very bare right now. Very bare. Yeah, there's nothing in this. There's no statics. There's no anything.
Our winter textures look good.
They do look nice. I don't see any repetition really in the pattern. You look for that too, right, Kai?
Yeah, satellite images, you rarely find those. You'll find those here, though. There are some.
Yeah. Here and there,
It's-
but
it's not
really
covering
nicely
those.
done.
Yeah. Very nicely
I
done.
mean, LaGuardia is regional airport, right? Because all the major stuff comes out of JK.
No, I think LaGuardia is just as big. Yeah, this is an international.
All three airports are quite massive in terms of traffic.
This is beautiful, man. I'm gonna have to have a really, really, really good look at the Davitsky design one to see what's up.
We're missing some lights at night, but
Yeah,
yes, we'll go with it.
yeah. ImagineSim does really great work.
It's good to have a choice.
This week we bypassed the clip of the week for a little special sign off from a visitor we had here in the studio earlier in the week. And now on to worth mentioning. This is the speed round, all the things you need to know that don't really merit full coverage in the stories. Starting from the top, the M20R Ovation 2 and 3 have entered early access for X-Plane. Viewpoint Technologies Manchester-Boston Regional Airport has been released. PAXIM previews more shots of Reno Tahoe International Airport. DCS 2.5 is out now, and boy do I want to try it. I'm trying to resist, but some of those films they're putting out are just works of art, man. They're just works of art. You know what scares me though? Is that I see people play DCS and they take that shit so for real that they're like, no bro, it's too real. Like, it's simulation of like real dogfighting, and I would be like, yo bro, chill. I'm just chilling in my F-16 or my F-15. Just leave me alone, man. I'm cruising. I don't want a dogfight.
You can do that. You
Can-
can do that. Yeah.
Are there cruising servers? Because I just want to cruise. I don't want a
you can
street
do
race.
that.
I want to cruise.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do
All
that
right.
with you, Edson.
All
find
right.
something.
Cinematic cruises.
Yeah.
Ah, we might be onto something. Okay. Leonardo Fly the Mad Dog X MD-80 has been delayed. Bum, 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 bum.
Ooh.
Lionheart Products P3D receives lots of V4 updates. Just Flight price cuts on 18 classic Just Flight add-ons. That's really cool. We talked many episodes back about the overall depreciation of add-ons and how we're questioning how a developer can even justify charging the same amount for add-ons that came out in the days of like boxed FSX only, even before FSX Steam, you know what I'm saying? And like they're still charging the same damn price today, but it's so old. This is a great example of what all developers should be in the game of doing. Revisit your add-ons, figure out what's old, slash the prices.
Yeah, see what you can update to V4. What you can
Coronado. Sim Heaven X.
subtle as a brick.
Europe is almost out. Speaking of, Coronado X-Plane 11 PC12 now updated to 1.2. The Jar Design A330 V3 now in public beta. SimStarter NG updated to 1.68. In the update notes, they show Google Earth export possibilities. I have not explored this fully. I am a SimStarter user, but from what I read, it seems to me like it will export a KML file of your installed custom sceneries. I'll test that soon. Coronado C90 King Air for FSX updated to version 2. Gotta go get this myself. Thank you for that post, Ivana. And last but not least, the Jar Design X Life is now updated with real world traffic. I took a look at those screenshots and it looks amazing, as most X-Plane screenshots seem to look these days. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for another wonderful show. We leave you now with a very special outro wrapping up this year in TSL Live. Until next time from us, Sky 5.
And this time, live from San Francisco, this is Slick Wick, OMGEDSON, signing off. Good
Peace
night,
out.
and Sky 5. Yes.
Climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Gecko 63.
63, contact the New York Center 128.3.